inshaAllah. What we have from our SMC people, from the talks, and we've talked a bit for the last couple of weeks. Let's hear if we have any questions from the talks. That way we get, if they didn't understand it then we go deeper into it inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Can you please expand on the understanding of when Allah said He was going to create a khalifa? Is this the qalb of Sayyidina Muhammad?
I'm going to create someone who represents me. This is an ancient reality of the reality of Muhammadun Rasulullah. That Allah a hidden treasure wanting to be known, and Allah being known, these are not the ways of marifah, not the way of the physical, wanting to be known, so then cannot have a partner. So knowledge of God can't be direct, because people then would think, oh I can be physically in God's presence and we can share a breath together or share an energy together. That's not the azimat of Allah, this is not the honour. Allah must create a creation to represent Him and must be the most beatific and most honoured. As a result Allah praises that reality, that you are khuluqul azim. Allah created that reality, of course He's going to name it as you are the most magnificent character, azim. From Allah is giving that praise because this reality He created is the best of realities. He only created it to be known, and only through that reality He would speak through creation. And as a result that creation, its power is hamd. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Angeles, Pakistan. Your support is great. It's the flag of praise. It is Sayyidina Muhammad. The Qur'an is a dress in reality and haqqaiq of Sayyidina Muhammad emanating from the Muhammadan heart. So means from the center of that aqfa is a sound. Now imagine all the created universe, or just one understanding that from the aqfa center is a sound. That sound creates an energy, that energy creates little lights. These lights become atoms and molecules. They begin to bond with each other to make forms, but it all started at the center. Allah knows how He's going to create this creation and how He's going to manifest. But you can't have partner with Allah, so it can't be manifesting from Allah going back to Allah. So it becomes the reality and the soul of Muhammadun Rasulullah, and Allah sends a sound and an energy into that heart, and that reality begins to hamd, makes a sound, a hamd. Why? Because that hamd begins to come out, its vibrations, its sounds come out, lights begin to appear from sound. This is a science. They know that every light has coming from a sound, from a praise, they call string theory. As a result these lights are appearing, not only when light is appearing but they're finding that they're actually atoms. So when they studied the atom they saw all lights, bosons and all these different energies. They come together and they make forms. So it means the immensity and the immensity of Prophet and Allah created that reality and made it the flag of praise. And Muhammad, He gave also all the symbols in the name, the most praised one. Why He's most praised? Because He's created to manifest. And what Allah describes in Surah Al-Ishraq, وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. This is not for our little dirty earth, this is for all created creation. وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. Have we not raised your dhikr? Because it's the hamd of Prophet is the sound throughout the created universe. And all created angels that take from that sound and begin to mimic a praise, it's all salawat and durood al-sharif, because durood al-sharif and salawat is a dhikr of Allah. Because every salawat is Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa sallim, all the different salawats, but it's a praise of Allah. And Allah described, this is my zikr, means it is immense. So when we sit and we want to regain our status in the heavens and regain our power, our connection, our rizq, our health, is make durood al-sharif, because we don't understand who the reality of that soul is, what Allah gave of honour and grace, how Allah wanted to be known by His reality. Because the petty people of this earth, they only think with physicality. If we understood through our spirituality and the realities of light, imagine then the power of Madinatul Munawwarah. But 90% of the people, they spend all their time in Mecca, they got it wrong. The boss is in Medina Munawwara. That's their test, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum salam. The Khalifa was created before that. The Khalifa is the creation of Adam to carry the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah. And Shaitan thought he had that position to represent Allah, because that reality of Prophet had not yet manifested in the realm of these creatures. That this reality of Prophet was behind the ardh, and I was a Rasul before Adam was between clay and water. So whom all the heavens think they're talking to is Allah, but it's Muhammadun Rasulullah, not an angel, not a jinn, not anything understood that reality. They understood they have a had, they have a limit in which to approach. That's when the Miraj and Sayyidina Jibreel said, I cannot approach, I'm non-existent at that level. From that non-existent level Muhammadun Rasulullah has anciently been addressing creation, because creation wasn't in existence without the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah. There was not an angel, there was not a Bayt al-Mahmud, there was nothing without the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah. As soon as the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah comes into existence, he is the Rasul and represents Allah and was the one speaking to all creation. And we described that in Nisf Shaban, one whom was taught with power. Because who taught the names to Sayyidina Adam when Prophet described, I was a Rasul, وَعَلَمَ اسْمَ كُلَّهَا. Who taught the names to Sayyidina Adam, all the names? Prophet taught. Who's going to teach? A Prophet is describing, I was a Rasul, why he was then brought down in rank and Allah taught. But Prophet taught all the names. As a result of those knowledges and those realities, that was the Khalifa that would represent Muhammadun Rasulullah. When I created a Khalifa, Allah is describing, I created a representative of Sayyidina Muhammad and they're under the feet of Sayyidina Muhammad. So this is a completely much deeper understanding, the Prophet behind the veil. As a result of the astonishing ulum and the lights, and these are in the haqqaiqs that they have written about the tabari and the birth of creation, that when Sayyidina Adam was brought into existence, the lights that were emanating from his reality, the angels were making sujood, because they had known that light as Divinely Presence. And this was their openings towards marifah. And everywhere Sayyidina Adam was going, they were making and bowing because of these lights and these realities that were coming. And Sayyidina Adam was so fascinated by it that he wanted to see the lights and these blessings. So it means there's many different stories of the realities in which Allah dressed upon Sayyidina Adam. And as a result of these knowledges, the angels were ordered to go into sujood and prostrate for the ihtiram and the respect of this light now entering in. So the Khalifa is actually for Sayyidina Muhammad, and that Prophet risalat was ancient, that I'm created to be a messenger for Allah. And this is the haqqaiq and the reality of Prophet, and all the Prophets were created to represent Prophet. And that's why Allah says, if he comes in your time you swear your allegiance, وَقَالُوا بَلَى. That all Prophets were told that if at any time Sayyidina Muhammad is to appear, that you are to follow Prophet. And that's why for the Miraj Sayyidina Muhammad went and they all prayed behind, because there's only one Rasulullah representing Allah. All of the other Prophets are just agencies and agents for that reality, and they're under the kingship and the authority of Muhammadun Rasulullah. No one has access to La ilaha illallah. And that's why all the other stories we teach, Sayyidina Musa thought he's talking and said, no, found out that he's talking to Prophet. And these are all the qissas of the stories of the Prophets and their marifah to find their whom they are under the authority of, inshaAllah.